Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, dollar has gonna yagi.
Got it. Okay, what do you think of the top 10 countries? Let's go top 5. Top 5 countries for pickleball. Not US not included.
Hang on, for what currently right now in terms of playing figures?
Yep.
Well, India has
Okay.
to be in the top. Did you say 5 or 10?
5.
Go for 5. Go and put them in your perceived order of amount of people playing.
Oh, very good question. So, well, England's probably top 5. Do you want me to do the like list them 1 to 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for it. And
you
you're
got-
going to be held to this.
Hang on, have you got the numbers in front of you?
So I have one basis for the numbers. It's not there's no way to get a true read on it.
So
But
did you make these numbers up?
yeah, let's not get into the details, okay? Why don't you just answer the question?
Okay.
And we have 2.6 million people watching this.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you did make the numbers up. Let's okay. I would say top 5 are probably Australia in 4th, England in 3rd. I would say India in 2nd. I would say China in 1st, and so 5th would be maybe Spain or Sweden.
Okay. All right. So this is not, I mean, you can't say this is the sole source of truth here, but I reached out to the Duper guys just to see like what their user demographics look like. And so it's 1, US, obviously, 2, Canada, 3, the UK, 4, Australia, 5, Mexico, 6, India. So 10 is, China is 10th, but I think this is outdated because they said that China recently became 5th most. Now, obviously, this is dependent on where Duper is allocating its resources, but it's at least one basis for some insight.
I think there's also an important point here, which is that's maybe a recognition of how many people have signed up for ratings.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of what I was back to saying about the recreational player. I think there are a lot of players out there who are just doing it to have fun, and they're not maybe really particularly worried about a rating. There's a lot of people out there who go to a place like a Chicken and Pickle, or in the future will go to a venue like the Fort, our official HQ down in Fort Lauderdale, who are just going to go and have some fun. These are going to be casual players who want to go and hang out with friends and family, and maybe feel a bit bamboozled by ratings software platforms.
Sure.
Those platforms are incredibly important as well. That's why we have a partnership with UTR, because we think that the technological might that they're going to bring, and are already bringing to pickleball, is going to be a real asset to the sport long term.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are a lot of people out there who are just playing because they have a bit of fun with it, and maybe they're not that interested right now in kind of getting into the serious level where you're actually kind of recording ratings.
Mm-hmm.
so I just pulled up my last 28 days of YouTube views, because this could be a good, and I think on your channel this could be a good thing too, because the viewing is somewhat downstream from the participation, right? So just on my channel, for what it's worth, 71% of my views over the last month came from the United States, 9.3 from India, 6.2 from Canada. I feel like we forgot Canada. I feel like a lot of Canadians, even though there's only a couple of them, they really like it up there. UK is 1%, Australia 1%, followed by Singapore and Philippines at 0.5%. So my views went US, India, Canada, UK, Australia, Singapore. Obviously, no China. My videos are banned in China.
Oh, I think those numbers directly correlate with the top 5 I gave. Seeing as I can't remember the top 5 that I gave in that order, I'm just going to say that. I think that's as valid as the top 5 that we've been looking at.
Yeah, I think the only one that we didn't have in here was Sweden. So for what it's worth, maybe they just don't care about learning about pickleball stuff. They just want to watch it. I don't know.
They're very cool people. They probably don't like to be taught. I should therefore give very sincere apologies to the good people of Canada for not thinking about Canadians.
There we go. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know, if I were Canadian, I would hold a grudge against you. And
Oh, they already
is
do.
I
Once managed to send at the Montreal Formula One Grand Prix, I managed to send a press release out that talked about the country of Canada. So that went out to a database of about 1,500 sports journalists worldwide. and led to some immediate threats from Canadians saying, "Do you know how to spell our country's name?" So I do love Montreal.
You don't want to piss off those Canadians. They're an angry people.
I don't like upsetting anybody.
Don't mess with Canadians.
Hey, say that in Texas. Don't mess with this place.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm super excited about the growth of it internationally, and it is exciting to see that the American Pro Tours paying some attention to the stuff overseas.
I got a fascinating message from my sister-in-law back in England. Actually, last night she said her kid's school is investing money in some new sports facilities, and they are considering pickleball in her kid's school. Mm-hmm. So that is in a relatively small town in the southeast of England, where a year ago they would not have been having that conversation, and now it is very much part of the day-to-day vernacular over there. So I think that's really good, kind of anecdotal, but really good evidence of how fast it's growing.
Sure. All right, you guys know Gamma. They just came out with their new Airbender paddle. Being able to change your paddle is a game changer with the new Gamma Airbender. With the variable weighted end caps and Zorbicon Shockbuster gel inserts, you can tailor your paddle to fit your game perfectly. That's right, Zorbicon Shockbuster gel inserts. Adapt on the fly and reduce harmful vibrations for smoother play. Get your Airbender today and use code DINK10 for 10% off your purchase on gammasports.com. That's all caps DINK10 for 10% off your purchase at gammasports.com. Everybody's going to want the Zorbicon Shockbuster gel inserts, so go get yours. The new Airbender paddle from Gamma.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun,